Morning viewers, so it is Friday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, I have to leave my Valentine today. It's been 2 weeks here in Alaska for me, and I've got to go back home. I hate to leave my lovely bride. I really do. I just don't want to leave out here. Not just Alaska, but I just don't want to leave her. So, but unfortunately, I'm going to try to make the trip today. Starting about 10 o'clock last night, it is 10:15 this morning, Alaska time. About 10 o'clock last night out here, this wind, just unrelentless wind started and has been going ever since. We got like sustained, I don't know if you can see, let me focus in on that flapping paper out there. But there's a storm down off the Unalaska in the Aleutian Islands that's heading towards the southeast coast of Alaska, but we are getting some hurricane force winds, it seems like. Sustained gusts of probably 30 to 40 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 or 60. So I'm hoping that it's going to die down soon and we can get some planes in and out. Because we both fly to Nome today. Brandi's going to spend the weekend in Nome for some administrative stuff she's got to do for work. We fly into Nome. We leave out at 4:30 this afternoon, supposedly. Arrive in Nome a little bit after 6. And then I fly out of Nome at 8:30, headed towards Anchorage for my first layover. Then Anchorage to Fairbanks, Fairbanks to Seattle, and Seattle to Atlanta. I'm supposed to arrive in Atlanta at 3 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow afternoon. So fingers crossed that happens. And as it got later in the day, the clouds were rolling in. The wind was picking up. It wasn't looking good for us to get out of the village on time. It's 8:55. My other flight left at 8:30. Obviously, I didn't make it back. After getting checked into our hotel and trying to reschedule flights, we decided we were hungry and ventured out for some food. Late night dinner option in Nome, Alaska.
One late night dinner option.
The one and only late night dinner option. Food wasn't bad though. Front Road in Nome, Alaska. Here's Nome City Hall. Since I missed my flight last night, I had to reschedule, and my next flight is not till tonight at 8:30 to head back to the lower 48. So I'm walking with the girls so they can go get their fingerprints for their Alaska license, but we're on the way to go find some breakfast or lunch or something to eat. We just ate at Pingo, Pingo. Quaint little bakery and open for breakfast and brunch type stuff, and occasionally for dinner, depending on, they call ahead to see if they're having dinner type deal. She said they require 8 people. They require 8 people to make a dinner, and so it's just dependent on the day. So, but breakfast was good. For our overnight stay in Nome, after missing my flight, is at the Aurora Inn. It's one of, I think there's 3 hotels here in Nome. You have the Dredge, the Nugget Inn, and the Aurora Inn. They did a lot of renovations. It's not a bad place. It's very expensive per night, but we're waiting on a cab to go to the police station where the girls can get their fingerprints for their Alaskan nursing license. We left the police department, stopped and got a bite to eat, picked up my luggage, and it was off to the airport. I had to say our goodbyes, and I started my cross-country journey. Left Nome at 8:30, made it to Anchorage at 9:15. Waiting for my connecting flight to Seattle. It leaves at 11:50. Well, we start boarding at 11:55, so I think we leave at 12:30. Arrive in Seattle like 4 something. And I have another 2-hour layover in Seattle. I leave Seattle around 7:40, somewhere in there, to get to Atlanta at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon. Made it to Seattle. Waiting on my connecting flight to Atlanta. It's 5 till 7. We start boarding at 7. We got here at a little after 4. Here we go. Last leg. 5 hours. Well, it's 5 o'clock. My Lyft driver just dropped me off. Let's see if we can go get some sleep. My kids didn't even come out to help me with my bags. Maybe they're not here. I don't know. But it was a long 27, 28 hours of being awake. Well, off and on. Maybe an hour's nap here or there. Definitely a long 16 hours at an airport or on an airplane. But well worth the trip. So let's go take a nap. So I've been back from Alaska for 2 weeks now, and I still have a problem. There's something missing behind me. Yes, my rig is still in the shop, and I call just about every day to check on it and still get the runaround or no answer or no callback. I was originally told that the repair for the bodywork and the window would take about a week if all scheduled right. So I gave them 2 weeks while I was gone to Alaska, and then find out it hadn't even been started on when I get back. So it has been very trying to deal with the service department. Just got off the phone with them. They said that the paint is drying after the bodywork, and hopefully that will be done this afternoon, drying. But the window is on back order from the manufacturer. So their plan is to shrink wrap the window where I can pick it up and then either bring it back up there and drop it off, or they'll replace the window while I wait. I'm going to see if they'll bring it out to the home base and put it in here. Some type of accommodation should be made, so hopefully the next day or so I can at least get it back and sleep in my own bed. So we'll see how that goes. This is a Thursday afternoon, end of February, so hopefully we'll have it back in the next day or so. Hello.
Hey Troy, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Do you want to come and get your camper?
That'd be great.
All right, come on up and we'll get it all can't even say it. My mind just went completely blank. We'll get it all squared away for you.
I should be up there in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so.
That's perfect, hon. We'll see you when you get here.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, let's go get the rig. Even though I think it's just partially done, so. But at least I get to sleep in it tonight. Tater, you want to sleep in the camper tonight? You want to sleep in the camper? Yeah? Well, we gotta go get it. We'll go get it. He can't wait. Next up, service department. Picked up the rig. Like I said, it's just partially done. The bodywork got completed, but I am still waiting on a window and a decal. So we get in some good lighting, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Got the rig back at the home base, got it hooked up, and I'll walk around and I'll show you what I meant by partially being fixed. But it has been in the shop for 4 weeks. I dropped it off the morning of the day I left for Alaska. Initially, they told me, since we lived in it full time, that the repair would only take a week. I said, I'll give you 2 because I'm going to Alaska. And they said, great, that's no problem. We'll have it ready when you get back. Well, wasn't ready. They gave me the runaround in a roundabout way. Told me that the window's on back order. And so that was one thing, but the body work I thought would have been long done, but it wasn't. So it actually didn't get done till like 3 days ago. And they sent me an email saying they didn't know that I lived in it full time, which they had a service writer that apparently left, is no longer employed there, so there was some miscommunication. It is what it is. However, the lack of communication is what really got us upset. So either way, we'll walk around and I'll show you what I meant by partially fixed. It's only partially fixed. Now I have made an adjustment to their crash wrap, is what they call it. They packed the window full of bubble wrap and sealed it up real good, but I went ahead and added another layer of plastic with some more tape around the edge, just because we're going to get a lot of rain the next 3 days. And I thought about taking a weekend trip, and that's still up in the air, but hopefully in the next week or so, they said, we would get the window in. It was on back order at the manufacturer. And then they also have the rest of that gray decal goes across up to the top. So once the window comes in, they said all I have to do is bring it back by, they'll pop it in, I don't even have to unhook, throw the decal on, and should only take about an hour or so, they said. But let's go finish unpacking and get this thing cleaned up. It is dusty, musty, so get it aired out and at least get to sleep in the own bed tonight. So thankful for that. So got the rig back yesterday, and so now I can finally start unpacking. Yes, I've been in these suitcases for a month. Nothing like Brandi's been since the 1st of January, and this is the 29th of February. So, one bag down, one to go, and then I gotta finish cleaning up this place. It is a dusty mess from being in the shop. But it is great to be sleeping in the own bed. That air mattress was rough, but Tater He's a happy camper. He's glad to be back in his house. Ain't no place like home, no matter where you park it. So I got an email yesterday that no, I take that back. Today is Monday. I got email Friday that the window's in to replace back there at the service center. So made an appointment for this afternoon. I pulled around to the sticks of bricks and did not hit that to dump. So I've just dumped and we're heading off to the service center. Said I didn't have to drop it, just pull up, they'll pop the window in and the decal. Said it'd take about an hour, so let's roll on to the service center. If you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell. As always, safe travels and awesome views.
That's not all, folks.
And that's its third attempt to land. All the locals over there are waiting for the bar to open. I love spending the night in the airport. Well, I've got 3 bags I'm trying to get in. Sorry.
You've been doing it. You got it to there.
Hey, Tanner dog.
Don't look at us three. No, we're not helping you. We ain't helping you.
Okay. But it was good to see my baby. And I'm going to miss her very much.